Hey everyone, happy Thursday and happy first day of spring. You know how it is, so we have another Pokemon card art appreciation. Today we have none other than the Neo Genesis. So we completed the last block where we ended with Gym Challenge, and today, we're starting with this. So going down a bit, as you can see, we usually start with our hollows, just going in numerical order of the set. And as you can see, we have two of generally, like the starters, we have two hollows of each. This Heracross is a beautiful card. I actually have this one. I want to say mine's mint condition, which is pretty nuts. Print lines and everything were just ridiculous with these cards back in the day. But moving along, we have my favorite card in the set, the Lugia. Um, it's actually a set where I'd say like the main chase for everyone is actually my favorite as well. That doesn't usually happen, but in this case, it's Lugia. To me, it's just a beautiful card. Wanted it for so long, and there's just so much behind it. Like, I'll never forget, like, Pokemon Movie 2000, with Lugia facing off against all the other birds, which was actually pretty ridiculous the way they ganged up on Lugia, but maybe that's for another day. But yeah, Lugia is just, it's such a beautiful Pokemon. And yeah, as you can see, we have two Meganium, and I'm not really sure which one would, probably the second one would be my favorite, number 11. But yeah, we're moving down again in the list, and we have some other hollows. Steelix is just fantastic. I love the way it looks. Typhlosion, so I know Typhlosion number 17, at least in the is a card that honestly it was pretty cool, but after a certain point it just became extremely popular and sought after. What year was that? Man, I'm blanking so hard right now, but it just all of a sudden it just popped off, and then people are like, oh, this card's gonna be super sought after. Interesting in this set, I'm pretty sure this was the first set where we could have energies as hollow rares, which is something I think it's funny, in the sense that, if you're opening packs and you get a hollow energy, you're really not having the best time of your life, unless you really want to bling out a deck and you're like, okay, like we're happy about this. Moving forward, we also had baby Pokemon, and that was the first set as well. I know we saw Cleffa, Elekid, and Magby. I think Cleffa's going to be my favorite. There's just something about it. It's like knitting and stuff. It's cute. It's very cute. Excuse me, I'm fighting crazy allergies right now. It's that time of year, and I think I even got a sinus infection, so it's rough right now. I'm going through it, but there's no way I was gonna miss doing one of these fun videos for you guys. So we have Murkrow also. So they set up a lot of new stuff, hence the name Neo. Neo Genesis. We also had our first dark Pokemon with Murkrow and Sneasel, the infamous Sneasel, the banned Sneasel. And I get it. It was nuts. The damage you were able to put forward with beat up was just disgusting. We have a few more. Ariados has been a fan favorite of mine ever since this generation. I just love it so much. And we continue on. We have Bayleaf. I'm gonna go with the second Bayleaf again. I like better. I like the darker shading on that one. Just it looks more plant-like, in my opinion. And then we have Clefairy. It's always so interesting to me thinking that Clefairy was almost the mascot of the company, Pokemon Company, But then we have our Crocodiles. Again, it's got to be number 32 over 31 for me. I really do like the way the second consecutive cards for the starters, it's just darker, and it just works better in my opinion. It gives more depth to the cards. And we also see Electabuzz coming up next. This is a pretty cool Electabuzz art. I like that one a lot. Looking mighty mischievous. Electabuzz sound it makes in the anime is hilarious. It's like bye bye bye. I can't do it. It's so funny. But yeah, beautiful art. And Flaffy, oh my gosh, don't get me started. Flaffy's one of my favorite Pokemon. Middle evolution. I think this is one where, like, honestly, for me, I think it's the top middle evolution. Hands down, in my opinion. Hands down. We've got Furret looking really cool out in the desert, which I think it works really well. And then we have another one popping up in the background. But we have our Lantern and Lady. And I've been using Lantern so much in my online battles in Scarlet recently. Um, I throw it on my electric team, you get some chilling water action, discharge. What is that one move? That one move that lowers the special attack, electric impulse or something like that. But then we have a really cool Magmar throwing out what looks like a. Actually, no, it's not. That's just the background of it. See, it looks like it's throwing out a flamethrower, but that's not the case. Miltank, oh man. Pat Flynn, that's a lot to say about that one. But yeah, well, no, I do. I have more to say. Whitney. That's what I have to say about Miltank. Whitney. PTSD, easily. Pokemon putting a lot of trainers through it back in the day. My goodness. Noctowl was so sick. It's still crazy to me that Ash had a shiny Noctowl in the anime. So cool. And yeah, as a kid, I just never pieced it together. I was just like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right. Literally, like, mind was empty. So regarding this this Chikorita, I will say I like 53 better. And again, I think it's like the darker shading for me. I think that's what it is. The Cyndaquils, man, 57 just has so much personality to it that I think I want to give it. And I feel like it has a proper background as well, right? Whereas 56 is just a bunch of fire. I know it's more like the classic, but see, that's what I like about Neo Genesis with starters and cards they gave multiple artworks to. It's like they gave you like the old with the new, so you could kind of like look side by side and then say, oh, okay, so this is the direction we're moving towards. And I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. Because, you know, as of now, obviously it's a very vintage set, but at the time, for it being new, right, yeah, you kind of got the classic mix in there too. A good balance set, I will say. Artwork-wise, and, you know, just kind of the, not the thesis, what is it, the uniting factors of the set. Mantine's very cool. I don't think Mantine's in Scarlet and Violet. I don't recall ever catching a Mantike, or I don't think so. Oh, Mareep, I love this Mareep card so much. It just looks so cute there in the field. I have a soft spot for Mareep's whole evolution line, I really do. Meryl's looking great. Natu is being Natu. Not really seeing many psychic powers being used, but it's a cool looking card. I'll give it that. And then moving on, I think we're going to look at the most menacing Onyx card I've ever seen in my life, to be fair. It's pretty scary. When I see this card, I just think, geez, like, what was he going to do? Where are you going, Onyx? What's up on your list next? We have the Pikachu as well. Sentret's looking cool. I do like the Sentret card a lot. It just breathes that sense of new generation to me, if that makes sense. Maybe it's like the lighting coming in from like the left of the card or something. Shuckle is so iconic to me in terms of Neo Genesis. This card speaks Neo Genesis to me. Slowpoke is hilarious. I can never get over this artwork. It's so funny. Then we've got, you know, Snubbull and everything. Let me specify, Snubbull and everything. Snubble's cool artwork with the, looks like the tile pieces in the background. Looks good. Looks very good. Then we've got our Spinarak. Moving on to some more of the water types. Again, I'm going to have to say I like the second Totodile better, number 81. I just feel like that works very well. I'm not going to repeat why. I think you guys have kind of figured out my theme. And then we'll get through some of the trainers and then the energies. But yeah, that's about it for Neo Genesis. Again, my favorite was Lugia. But please feel free to like and subscribe. And guys, tomorrow we have a very fun video. I'm going to be doing openings of prismatic temporal forces. It'll be a good one. So feel free to watch. See you guys.